The most famous secret agent in film history is back. James Bond returns for mission number 26. But behind the scenes, a lot is happening. Amazon is taking the wheel and could change the film series forever. Two true legends are directing and writing the script. And James Bond himself? He is getting a whole new face. What can we expect from the next 007 film after such major shakeups? And the biggest question of all, who will be the new James Bond? We have got all the latest updates, so park the Aston Martin and pour yourself a martini. Here are the details. Perhaps the best news for many fans is the choice of director. With Denis Villeneuve, those responsible have made a remarkable choice. The Canadian is one of the most popular directors of our time and consistently manages to win over both audiences and critics with his movies. Villeneuve launched his Hollywood career with the acclaimed thrillers Prisoners and Sicario. He went on to establish himself in the sci-fi genre with Arrival and Blade Runner 2049. Most recently, the director wowed audiences with his Dune films. By his own account, Villeneuve grew up watching the Bond movies and remains a passionate fan. To me, Bond is sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. Stephen Knight has been tapped as the new screenwriter. He is best known as the creator and showrunner of the hit series Peaky Blinders. Knight also developed the historical drama series Taboo starring Tom Hardy. He has proven his talent on the big screen as well, having penned the screenplay for David Cronenberg's gangster thriller Eastern Promises, for example. When it comes to cinematography, we have high hopes. Denis Villeneuve has frequently collaborated with the legendary cinematographer Roger Deakins. Undoubtedly a master of his craft, Deakins has already worked on a Bond film, Skyfall, one of the most visually stunning entries in the franchise. Securing him for the new Bond film would be the perfect choice, in our opinion. 15 years, 5 movies. Daniel Craig defined the most recent Bond era, from his acclaimed debut in Casino Royale to his final appearance in No Time to Die. But as is customary for the spy franchise, his departure marks the beginning of a new era, and a new leading man. For quite some time now, the casting of the next Bond has been one of the hottest topics in the film world. The past few years have been filled with speculation and countless rumors. At one point, there were even concerns that the next Bond might be a woman. But by now, it is clear what kind of profile they are looking for, and when we can expect the announcement of the new 007. It is now confirmed that the new Bond will be British, in keeping with the tradition of Ian Fleming's fictional character. Beyond that, the search is on for a fresh face. The ideal candidate is said to be a relatively unknown male actor around 30 years of age. Early reports also suggest that they are placing great importance on a strong screen presence. Whoever has it has to look like he could kill you with his bare hands in a trice. From the moment you see him, that has to be readily apparent. These criteria rule out many of the names that have been circulating among Bond fans in the past few years, either because they are already too well known or simply too old. Among the most frequently mentioned favorites are Henry Cavill and Idris Elba. Spider-Man star Tom Holland and, more recently, Aaron Taylor-Johnson have also been mentioned often. Can you think of any suitable candidates? Feel free to post your suggestions in the comments. The bad news, casting has not started yet, and it won't be until next year. So, we will have to wait a little longer before the new Bond actor gets announced. The biggest change for the spy series took place behind the scenes. In early 2025, Amazon MGM gained full creative control over the James Bond franchise. The background, in 2022, retail giant Amazon acquired the legendary film studio MGM. Part of this deal included the James Bond IP, although the rights were previously split 50-50 between MGM and Eon Productions. Both remain co-owners, but have now handed complete control over to Amazon. This development marks a huge turning point in the history of Bond. After all, Eon Productions has always been closely tied to the Bond series. What does this mean in practice? Officially, nothing has been announced yet, but we expect the franchise to expand beyond the big screen. In 2023, the reality show 007 Road to a Million already premiered on Amazon. Of course, all kinds of series are likewise conceivable. We can already see it coming. A Moneypenny spin-off, an M prequel series. Amazon will surely try out a lot of new ideas. Amazon's creative takeover has sparked heated discussions among fans. After all, the long-standing focus on the film series alone is quite unusual in today's era of reboots and spin-offs, especially for a name as big as James Bond. Hardly any franchise stands as strongly for tradition, so radical changes would likely result in massive criticism. Naturally, there is concern that the new owner could end up ruining a lot. But we don't want to jump to conclusions just yet. Above all, the choice of director and writer gives us reason to be optimistic. Villeneuve in particular has already proven his talent in various genres on several occasions. The only potential issue, some viewers find his movies too long and complex, which could well be a death knell for a James Bond movie. The big question is, can Denis Villeneuve adapt enough to deliver what fans expect? We are also generally open to seeing a fresh face take on the role of Bond. Just think back to Daniel Craig. Before his first appearance as Bond, he was also relatively unknown to most, and yet he made a spectacular debut with Casino Royale. In our view, a new actor might actually have an easier time being accepted as the next 007. They carry less baggage and are not as strongly associated with other roles in the minds of audiences. In Daniel Craig's case, James Bond truly put him in the Hollywood spotlight. Who knows which new Hollywood star the franchise might introduce us to this time? For the story of the new Bond film, Stephen Knight is reportedly drawing inspiration from Ian Fleming's early novels, like Casino Royale, Moonraker, and Dr. No. According to initial reports, the plan is to introduce a younger version of Bond, possibly even before his time at MI6. The Daniel Craig era took a similar approach, first presenting a fresh, unrefined agent who gradually evolved into the classic film character. The choice of director and screenwriter also offers a first hint at the film's style. Both are known for their uncompromising thrillers, particularly Sicario and Eastern Promises. Villeneuve and Knight both tend to focus on morally ambiguous protagonists. It is therefore quite likely that the new James Bond won't be a brilliant hero. Nor should audiences expect lighthearted, colorful popcorn entertainment. We are eager to see how much of their personal style the filmmakers ultimately bring to the project, and how serious Villeneuve is about honoring the franchise's traditions. The rough schedule for the new James Bond movie is already in place. Casting and pre-production are set for 2026, with filming slated for 2027. This makes a 2028 theatrical release a realistic target, meaning we will have to wait quite a while for the return of the 007 agent. But now we want to hear from you. What do you think about Amazon's takeover? Are you happy with the choice of director? And most importantly, is casting an unknown actor the right move? Let us know in the comments, and feel free to give the video a like if you enjoyed our little preview.